Coming up tonight, the Prime Minister reiterates to the new police recruits the immense responsibilities they will carry. Itoke Affairs signs up for Child Protection Program, and the new Essential National Industries Decree allows for the setup of bargaining units. Nisambula Vinaka, I'm Lavinia Ndiva. Power comes with responsibilities, and abusing your responsibilities will not only undermine your credibility as an individual, but also that of the Fijian police force and our country as a whole. These were the words of the Prime Minister, Commodore Barengin Bainimarama, at the Fiji Police Force Pass-Out Parade in Narere yesterday. Commodore Bainimarama said corruption is still very rife in the force, and this needs to be weeded out.
If we are being candid and honest about our police force, we have seen in the past that there had been enormous lapses. The force had failed to understand its crucial role in society, had engaged in practices that were corrupt, abused their powers, and was lethargic. Unfortunately, this legacy still resonates or still exists among some officers today. You now, however, have a Commissioner of Police who has been mandated to remove such practices and indeed remove those who are engaged in such practices. The recruits today are reminded that you, as police officers, whom the Fijian citizens, investors and those visiting our shores would seek assistance from, must not abuse the powers that are given to you in law.
The Prime Minister said reports continue to come through of corrupt officers, and he told the recruits that they should execute their responsibilities without fear or favor. The Special Constables underwent 11 weeks of training in line with the Commissioner of Police intent of training and upgrading the knowledge of all police officers in their line of duty. The basic recruit training was held for constables already serving in the police but have yet to undergo the basic recruit training.
Children in rural and village communities can expect better protection, love and care thanks to the firm commitment by government liaison officers, also known as Rokutui. This commitment, taken at a recent workshop passed by the 14 Rokutui who will be based in each province in the country, came about after a presentation from the Ministry of Itoke Affairs and UNICEF Pacific.
The presentation highlighted the plight of children in Fiji who experience abuse, violence, neglect and exploitation. The Rokotui's announcement comes after the establishment of the Child Welfare Decree of 2010 and the Ministry of Itoke Affairs signing on as a partner to the Government of Fiji UNICEF Child Protection Multi-Year Work Plan 2011 to 2012 in February this year. This paved the way for the creation of a child protection policy in June. Yesterday marked the first child protection awareness presentation for the 14 Rokutui. The newly drafted policy maps out strategies and activities Itoke institutions will implement to ensure children develop to their full potential in an environment free from violence, abuse, neglect and exploitation. The Ministry and the Itoke Affairs Board is now planning the use of its existing and biggest network to engage communities in the development of child protection plans and strategies, with the Rokutui leading the way. The commitment by heads of the largest community network in the country to this issue indicates how important children are to the people of Fiji. The Ministry for Itoke Affairs Permanent Secretary Savinatha Kaunisela emphasized that all existing Itoke mechanisms would be thoroughly utilized to drive the awareness program. He is keen to see the program penetrate all 1,169 villages. The ministry begins its preliminary engagement with stakeholders and partners for the program shortly, followed by the first lot of training later in the year.
The Essential National Industries Employment Decree 2011 has mechanisms to allow for more discreet ways of solving disputes through bargaining units rather than relying on unions. The decree defined essential national industries as those that are vital to the present and continued success of the Fiji national economy. It also gives powers to the Prime Minister to declare essential industries.
The decree, which was gazetted by the President Ratu Epeli Nailatikau last week, states that if parties have not agreed upon a new or successor collective agreement based on the period stated, the bargaining unit, through a secret ballot verified by the minister, may go on strike, or the employer may implement a lockout. However, a 20 days notice has to be given to the minister, and prior written approval needs to be obtained from the minister. It further states that no person employed in any designated corporation that operates on a full-time 7 days a week or 24 hours a day shall, unless otherwise mutually agreed upon by the employer and the representative, be entitled to any overtime pay for work performed on Saturdays, Sundays or public holidays. There shall be no requirement for an employer under the decree to deduct union fees from a worker's salary or wages unless agreed otherwise by the employer. It also states the Wages Council shall have no jurisdiction over any designated corporation or essential national industry, and any order, determination or regulations of the Wages Council shall not apply to designated corporations or essential national industries.
After the break, South Africa mission to open Fiji's doors to more opportunities, and the Ministry of Primary Industries holds a Vakaviri Salsalu to say thank you to their staff for a successful 2011 Crest Agriculture Show.